Good crappie. Nice crappie right there now. Red eye with that black light. And that is what we're after today. And we're going to be showing you guys 3 different ways you can catch these bad boys in the summertime. You're not going to want to miss this show right here. Good job, JR. That's a dandy right there.
Got him.
Got him. Let me see that thing. Yeah, that's a nice one. Get him. I'm gonna tell you something right there. Good girl. That is a good one. I gotta get him out of that. That's a heck of a crappie right there.
Now get out of her way.
That's a good start right there. Tell you what. The G3 Sportsman is presented by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Crappie fishing is probably, for the American sportsman out here, the fishermen, it's one of the most popular fish species to go after. And immediately everybody thinks it's the spring and going after them in the spawn. That's the easiest time to catch fish. And I'm not gonna argue with that. But come summertime, hey, everybody scats off the lake. Man, it's too hot. There's no way we can catch good numbers of crappie. But that's hardly the case. Today on the G3 Sportsman, we're at Truman Lake. I'm gonna team up with Steve Lyles, a local over here that knows the lake really well. And he's gonna show us how we can catch nice big crappie in the summertime.
What we're gonna look for is we're gonna search for some flats out there on the lake. We're looking for 17 foot of water. We're gonna look for hedge trees. We're gonna look for cedar trees that are all by themselves. We're gonna look for bait fish that are congregating around them. We're gonna look for channels that the flats are coming up right up against. As the water temperature rises, the fish get more active. The bait fish seem to concentrate more around those trees. But basically what I'm looking for is trees that are all by themselves. I'm not looking for a whole big group of trees, because when the crappie are in a big whole bunch of trees, they could be anywhere.
What makes these crappie come to these particular?
Well, during the summertime, the crappie always go on the flats because they're gonna follow the bait fish. And you know, this is the only structure. I mean, this is like a home for them.
Right.
You know, they'd rather be inside than staying outside, so. But no, a lot of shad congregate. You'll start seeing some fry around these hedge trees. Got another one? That might be a pretty good fish.
If I can get him in here. If I don't get
Yeah,
taken up there.
there's a nice fish. Just a little bit getting better.
Get my line. Where's my line? There it is.
It's a better fish.
Yeah, now there you go. That's a
trimming
good
crappie.
crappie right there. That's a good crappie. That's what we're after right here. Good keeper crappie. Now, I mean, that's a good one. Good Truman Lake crappie. I mean, we love catching any size crappie, but when you can come in and catch 13-inch plus crappie, that's when you know you got some good ones right there. That's a good one. Kind of rig that you really need to use when you're catching these big crappie in this deeper water is, of course, we're going with we're fishing with live bait, so anything no less than a number 2, crappie hook. And this is a size 0, which looks to be about like a 3/8, you say?
That is
Steve?
correct, a 3/8.
A 3/8 ounce split shot. to give it that weight. So then if you've got any kind of current or whatnot coming through there, that'll hold your bait, you know, down level and down straight.
There's a good one.
Is it good?
Yep. Oh no, he's...
Yeah, there you go. There's a nice one. That's all it took. See, I had to get hung up in there. Let's see that fish. Yeah. Decent little old crappie right there. That's a good crappie. Yeah. Pretty. Same old structure.
Probably all that power bait I've been throwing in there.
Same little old structure. You know, I noticed the wind or the sun's trying to come out, you know, here and there. Is it, how's that affect you?
I like it when the sun comes out. I think that gets that fish more active. But...
G3 Boats. Quality. Performance. Satisfaction. G3boats.com.
You never hear someone think back lovingly about all those great times their folks used to take them video gaming. Create some lasting memories. Take your kid fishing. Shakespeare makes it easy with fishing gear for the whole family. America goes fishing with Shakespeare.
It's for those who get up early on weekends and those who'd rather rough it than take it easy. It's for those who know it's not just a sport, but a way of life. The new Food Saver Game Saver vacuum sealing system keeps food fresh up to 5 times longer with a rugged design and 12-volt adapter cord for easy use in the field, ensuring your game and fish is fresh when you need it. The Food Saver Game Saver vacuum sealing system. Fielded fresh, sealed fresh.
This portion of the G3 Sportsman is brought to you by G3 Boats. A great catch. O'Reilly Auto Parts, the professional parts people. And Fiocchi Ammunition. What's your game? You know, you crappie fishermen, you know, if you're using minnows, you've always got the buckets and they're always either in the way or they blow out or whatever else. Well, I was going to show you how these longer life coolers store in your boat. And this is one of the things that really make them nice. Is I've got 2 right here in the box, and you can see 2 of them stacked this little right here. Pop these little clips, and there's your minnow buckets right there. Now, I mean, that right there is worth its weight in gold just being able to store these things. Ooh, good fish right there. Yeah, that's a nice fish there. There we go. Good crappie. Real nice crappie right there. Yeah, that's a nice crappie right there. Right around the cedar tree. Cedar trees, boy, you like them, don't you?
I like them.
I do too, as long as they got crappie on them. Good little crappie right there. And throw them back. Throw them back. I know. This is probably going to be one of them shows where I'm going to get a lot of emails from you guys saying, what are you doing throwing crappie back?
I tell you what, these are sparkle nibbles that Berkeley come out with. And a lot of times with these crappie nibblets, what you can do is you can set them out, leave them out for a little bit, and they firm up a little bit better and they stay on the hook.
Hand me one of them. And they firm up.
They firm up. They stay on the hook a lot better.
I like them also because it keeps my minnow on there.
It does. But what I like about it is when you're jigging this, it releases this glitter.
Yeah.
It makes it look like bait fish getting attacked. There we go. Now that's a slab. Right there.
There you go. Nice. Patience paid off right then, bro. Nice crappie.
That's a nice fish. 12 and a half.
Yeah, but I tell you what, look how thick he is.
Yeah, he's got a big old back on him. Mm-hmm. Patience is the most important part of catching summertime crappie.
With the long poles and stuff, when we were kind of positioning in there and rooting our way in, and of course we got hung up half a dozen times on each tree or whatever else, but we didn't give up and we stuck with it.
What I do is I go out and fish the flats when everybody else is concentrating on you know, deep channel fishing. There's so much bait fish out there right now, and they're just gorging themselves full of shad. So basically what I have to do is I have to do a presentation of my jig or my minnow to convince him to bite.
There he is right there. There he is.
That's a nice fish.
That is a nice one. What I'd give for a net sponsor. There you go. Nice crappie. That's what we're talking about right here now. Summertime slabs. You gotta work for them. But I tell you what, when it all comes together, this is the result right here. It's a good looking fish.
Get him?
Yeah, I got him. I'm sitting there watching them turkeys over there on that bank. And the crappie came up and hit me. Okay, now we're going to switch gears and head down to Stockton Lake in southwest Missouri, where we hook up with our old buddy J.R. Odom for 2 more methods of catching stingy crappie in the summer heat. Crappie time. Flicker, shad, crankbait, crappie. Gotta like it. How about that?
I believe that one may make the cut.
Most likely. 10 inches, right?
Yeah.
There you go. It's just amazing, isn't it, that they would bite something that big. But the thing is, them old big mouths on them crappie. It's not a hard method to do. Throw out about, what, 75, 80 feet back behind the boat. Go about 1.5 miles.
Usually from 1.5 miles to 2 miles an hour is where I like to run.
On your trolling motor. And just like I said, you'll just feel that little flicker shad just flickering his way through, and you'll know when he's on there.
Last year, when Scott came down, I showed him how to do this crankbait crappie catching here on Stockton Lake, and there was so much interest generated in it that we decided this year, hey, let's do it again. Let's maybe put a few more angles on it, and we'll just see if we can't catch a few more fish in a little bit different way.
You got yours?
I was just slowly reeling while you were coming in.
Yes, sir. The old crankbait crappie.
With the black silver.
Black silver. Got the Apache helicopter over there in the background. Yeah. Good little crappie right there. That's the thing, we'll talk about these what we're using. And these are Berkeley flicker shads, and these are the size 7, like a 7 centimeter. But these right here, you can hear them in here. Got that in there, and they're named accordingly, flicker shad, by just the way they flicker through the water like that. And what do you say, JR? A crappie don't like a lot of wobble
They don't
action.
want a real wide wobble. They like that little tight wobble when it goes through water, just real tight. And you may have to change your tactics and your patterns a little bit according to your water clarity. If you've got dingier water, you may have to run with some brighter chartreuses and oranges on your crankbaits, or if you're even clearer than we are, you may have to be more natural.
There's another fish right there.
You get him?
Yep, I did. I did. There we go.
He's not much bigger than your crankbait, is he?
Yeah, he isn't. And he's not a keeper, but it's funny with these crappie. I've always said that with fish, they can't see their tail, so they don't really know how big they are. But you can see, look how little that crappie is and how big that crankbait is. Thank you, buddy. I'll see you next year. Tornado warning out now. That's coming. And it's always good with these phones nowadays that you've got. They've got warnings and stuff that come out and highlight and everything, so it's
Oh, it is coming this way.
it's good to have these phones. You might be able to see that red right there. Where our dot is right there at Stockton is where we're at, and that red cell is coming right in on us. There's no reason to not have weather on your phone, or your units now. Some of those have the weather on there, and because you get caught out in a bad storm in the water, that's not a good place to be. And your phone, guarantee you, can save your life out here. So we're gonna probably head in here in just a little bit, and we ain't gonna take a chance on it. Bad weather. Some hunters only stand in the bargain line, and there are others who will never stand behind any brand, but some will always stand for quality without compromise. Where do you stand? Fiocchi, what's in your gun?
You just want to fish, not mess around with buttons and settings and such. That's why they made every Garmin Echo fish finder easy to use. You see fish, you catch fish, easy. Fight fish, not your fish finder. Get the unsurpassed power, clarity, and dependability of a Garmin Echo fish finder.
This segment of the G3 Sportsman is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Shakespeare since 1897. Berkeley, catch more fish. And Beretta, 500 years, one passion. Big difference in the last time we were on the water. We had them huge funnel clouds coming bearing down on us, and like I said, fortunately nothing happened and we came out of it unscathed. But we're gonna sit back out before it gets really hot, and we're gonna go after the crappie again. Sun's up, beautiful day, we survived the storm. I feel like we're gonna...
A little breeze to keep us a little cooler today.
A little breeze, keep us cooler. It's gonna be a good day on the water, don't you think?
Let's go get them.
You see us here in a bit, we're gonna be catching some big crappie again. Right here, method number 3 for catching summertime crappie. And that's over this deep water structure. You've seen us catch them in long poling, on the pole timber, and trees. We've crankbait crappie, and now we're marking some brush piles and stuff with our graph right here, throwing out a marker buoy. And we're going to tight line and cast over the submerged brush pile using minnows. And this will be method number 3.
And it's going to work.
And it's going to work, he said. I like it.
There he did.
Attaboy.
He wasn't down there very far.
No, no.
Another nice black.
Good looking crappie there, JR.
Now when he did decide to take it, he took it down there pretty deep.
Uh-huh.
But he bumped it 3 or 4 times before he...
Nice crappie right there now. I'll tell you what, somebody not pleased with catching that size, I don't want to fish with them.
There he goes.
There he is right there. I mean, just held it. Look at there.
A young one?
Yep. It's good to see though. See, here's the brush pile we're fishing over right here, and you can tell the difference. See, here's these fish that are up in it. Right here, these long little marks right here. Those are your crappie. That right there, your dark colors and everything down in there, that's that old big brush pile right in here.
Mine's little, I think.
I can't count mine. That a boy.
Another Stockton black crappie. And you see how the spots, they're just all at random. That is the best way on a clear water lake to tell the difference between your black crappie and your white crappie. They're just at random. And we'll get a white crappie maybe here in a little bit, and they will be kind of in vertical rows. The spots will, on the white crappie. That's the way that is the fastest way to determine the black and the white.
Mm-hmm. You know, not all these brush piles around these lakes and stuff will hold crappie. So you'll have to do your homework a little bit and do a little scouting or whatnot. And these brush piles are actually what the Conservation Department have put out here in the lake. So anybody can come around, look for the signs up on the bank, and come around and find them. And there, I marked that brush pile right there.
That one for me.
Is it?
There's a better one.
That's a good crappie right there, JR. I mean, that's a dandy. Oh, I mean, that's a good. That is a nice one right there.
Introducing a revolutionary way to attract fish, the Mossback Fish Rack. From the box to the water, setup is a snap, and you can be fishing in no time. The rough surface on the branches encourages algae growth, and the unique design virtually eliminates hanging hooks. Use the Mossback Fish Rack in your pond, hang it off your dock, or sink it in your local lake. Join the guides, pros, and weekend fishermen who are already reaping the rewards. No matter how you stack them, we attract them. To learn more, visit mossbackrack.com.
I promise to be ready, anytime. I promise to love the sport just as much as you do. I promise to always be flexible. I promise to pull my weight, and then some. I am Trilene, and I promise to never give up. Built with innovation, fueled by passion. Berkeley Trilene, America's most trusted fishing line.
The Yamaha VMAX SHO. First it changed the game. Now it's set the standard. But don't take our word for it.
The whole shot was everything they said it was going to be.
And we accelerated from like 50 miles an hour to 70, and it was like that.
So fast, so quiet. I mean, you give it power, and it's just there.
That thing right there is just bad.
The whole shot on it is second to none. Oh yeah, it's for real.
Take a demo ride and feel the power yourself. You'll know why we call it the Game Changer.
That's the one! That's the one!
Trusted from coast to coast, Team Catfish Fishing Tackle is helping catfish anglers rule the waters that the catfish live in. With over 200 innovative products specifically designed for catfish anglers, you can't go wrong with the Team Catfish brand. Be sure to check out all the free how-to catfishing videos and the expansive dealer network at teamcatfish.com.
A dream of my wife and I have been for the last several years to be able to, with our guide service, to offer people a place that they can just relax and have a great time. And last year, we were able to open Anglers Midwest Hideaway Lodge here, and it's been more than just a fishing experience. It's been a getaway, a relaxation. You can come in, we can clean your fish right here and put them on ice, put them in the refrigerator, sit down, relax. It has really been a plus to our community here to have this, and we sat out here on 40 acres. We're surrounded by Corps of Engineers property. There's no other home that you can see or another light here in the summertime that you can even see from this property. We're real excited to offer this, and when we offer it with a guide service package, we do give a discounted rate on your stay, or you can come and have a family reunion, use it as just a private getaway. We slept as many as 24 here last fall for a family reunion. It's a different experience than what you get in some of your larger places. There's no development around this lake. It's all natural, and when you're here at Anglers Midwest Hideaway Lodge, you're by yourself. And if you like the quiet and the peace to have just some relaxation, it's a wonderful place to get away.
There you go. Now that's
a nice little black.
That's good. Well, he splashed water all in my face. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Crappie, crappie, crappie. Well, that's just our third way that we've been catching crappie in the summertime. We've seen us catch them over standing timber with long poles. We crankbaited crappie, and now we're jigging crappie with minnows over brush piles. 3 great ways in the summertime that you can catch fish. I know it's hot, but hey, you can still get out there and you can catch a lot of good crappie like this right here. But that's all the time we got for this week's show. Just remember, we'll be out there somewhere next week, right here on the G3 Sportsman. Thanks for watching. I think that'll keep right there, won't it, JR?
Okay, let's eat it.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Nothing for the live well. The G3 Sportsman has been brought to you by G3 Boats. A great catch. Fiocchi Ammunition. What's your game? O'Reilly Auto Parts. The professional parts people. Shakespeare Fishing since 1897. Berkeley. Catch more fish. Longer Life Products. Keeps bait alive for days. Beretta, 500 years, one passion. And by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Let me tell you something. This bad boy right here has got some battle scars to it now. This one has been used, and it's still, you know, it ain't gonna win no beauty contest right now, but I'll tell you what, it works. What kind of bug is that?
It's just a June bug.
Not the way y'all are talking.
Maybe.
Is a pound of bacon really a pound of bacon anymore? If you go to the store? Or is it like
You gotta
13
walk.
ounces?
You gotta walk.